Good everyone, guys. Video and today we have a updated premium review on the Panzer II DAK. Some think it's nicknamed the Desert Africa Corps. It's not. I think it's the Schutz Africa Corps, something like that. It's with a K, not a C. But anyway, just in case you think it's Desert Africa Corps, it isn't. Anyway, so normally I wouldn't update a tank that has very little in the way of updates, but this thing has actually had quite a few things changed to it. Mainly upon which is the model, which actually looks very presentable, I must admit. When this tank was first bought by me, it had quite an old rusty sort of looking model, but now I think it looks really good. Like, in its new clothing, so to speak, this tank does look really nice. This also does affect the Panzer II, and of course, if you have it, the Panzer II TD, the Twitch drop one. Of course, we're not here to talk about them, we're here to talk about this tank, the DAK. Most people just call it the DAK if you run into one of these things. Like, you can tell because of the markings on it, and obviously the number and the Markenkreuz on the top of the tank. So, this tank comes in at 250 Golden Eagles, but it is also the starter vehicle for Germany. So if you pick German tanks as your first playable thing, you will be getting this tank as a free reward. Now, it used to be a lot more overpowered, this tank. It used to have 64mm of penetration on its HVAP, which it doesn't anymore, but it's still perfectly fine the way it does. Because unlike something like the L640, this thing has decent suspension and doesn't bounce everywhere, but, you know. So, let's talk about the tank and go into its new model and how it looks. So, as I said, it's a new fully updated 3D model, but there are some changes to it which are of benefit to the tank. So the lower glacis appears to be only 20mm thick, but there's actually another plate behind it. Same with the upper frontal plate. Now, I can't get the other one to show here, but I believe it's the same thickness, which is 40.5mm. So don't take this 20 to a, literal level, it's more than 20. And then combine that with the gearbox behind it, you've actually got a pretty solid lower plate. No one really shoots here, though, so don't rely on it. The frontal armor is 20mm thick with a 14.5mm back plate. The turret armor is where it's took a bit of a hit. This armor used to be thicker. Same with the turret mantlet. This also used to be thicker. So it's much easier to kill a Panzer II through the turret now, but of course the hull has remained relatively unchanged. Around the sides is 14.5mm on the turret as well, and around the rear of the tank it's 14.5 to 15mm thick. The top of the tank is 10mm thick, so do expect to have your commander/gunner taken out by aircraft. Inside the tank, we have 3 crew members. We have your driver, your commander, who also functions as your gunner, and then you have a loader. The commander obviously can, he works both guns, but I don't know if they've fixed this bug with this tank, but if you used to lose your loader, you couldn't use your machine gun. I don't know if they've fixed that. They probably have, but yeah, there is that bug if it's still present. If not, don't worry about it. Now, the 20mm KWK-30 is an excellent little cannon. It has good punch, but it used to have better punch. I personally agree with the nerf to the HVAP. It wasn't necessary because it was just Panzer II's club and everything. But of course, it's still relatively decent even to this day. So going into the belts of the Panzer II, you get a default belt, which do not use this. You get the API-T round, Panzergranat, which, unlike the Italian round, doesn't get a small bursting charge, so I wouldn't actually recommend carrying some of this. Your main round, however, is going to be the Panzergranat 40. This has a penetration of 48mm, where it used to be 64, and it's relatively solid. I mean, it penetrates pretty much everything you're going to meet, apart from the up-tier tanks like the B1 Biz and the Valentines. But at least for something like a Valentine, you can at least go for the turret ring, same with the B1, but don't rely on killing them there, because it's not always going to be possible. But overall, I still think this tank is perfectly acceptable to be picked up. The mobility on the tank is also quite excellent, which is what makes it so forgiving. 140 horsepower and a 9.1 ton tank gets this thing around quite quickly. Having a 6-speed transmission, getting it to 27.2 miles per hour forwards and 5.1 backwards is really beneficial to a newer player, because it just gives them that sense of security that they can reverse out of a situation, whereas the Stuarts only do 3 miles an hour reverse, which could make the difference between you living and you dying in a match. And the forward speed is perfectly acceptable for this BR, so don't worry about that. But as I said, this tank is perfectly worth picking up. In this match, you're going to see the Panzer II DAK and the 2C, because I kind of forgot to put a backup on this tank. Oops. But this tank is exactly the same as this one, it's just no skin, that's all. But on the Panzer II Tech Tree one, you can unlock a desert camouflage. So you just need to get, if you're playing RB, around 11 kills in this tank to unlock it. So don't worry about that. But anyway, I'm going to hand you over to the gameplay now. It's just me in this match, and I will see you all on the next one. Does he see us? No, that's not a T-26, that is a Stuart. I'm going to try and bait his shot. Yeah, it's an M3. Looks like it's just him. He's on the move. That's okay. I'll take that trade. It's probably the best option we had there. Let's get moving. It's alright. We shall go and get a spare Hans from his cap point. So we're going to head towards there. Reload's a little bit slower, but that's okay. We can take the price. Okay. Team is on the point. We're going to drop some arty on this side of the A point. I didn't know how fast he was going, so I wasn't completely sure if he'd be able to stop in time. There we go. Having that shoulder stabilizer makes a huge difference to this vehicle. There we go. Didn't think he had many crew left. Let's try and move up. Okay, I think we're good. We can use the LVT there as cover. I need some backup here, but I don't... We've got a teammate coming in behind us. I don't see anything down the main road for now. Oh god. Oh, it's not friendly. Okay. I think we're safe to grab a new crew member. That's friendly, that's okay. I was hoping he'd watch the front, or maybe the left, but I guess I'm just gonna have to wait now. Yeah, left side, I hear something. Yep. M Stuart. How the hell did he just shoot me through there? His shell's much bigger than mine. I've just gotten that crew member. Fuck's sake, man. Got his turret drive, that's good. Trying to help you, mate. I'm reloading. There goes him. There goes him. Nice teamwork there, pal. I'll pull back and help you repair, mate. But you had be dead. There you are, buddy. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. We're still down to 2 crew, because obviously we lost the gunner, who then the new Hans immediately replaced. Hang on a minute. I hear something. And it isn't the Panzer IV I'm hearing.
We have most of the zones.
Yeah, this tank's still clapping. The hell? Ah, I tried to outrun it, but clearly not. That is a very naughty little spot for him. Let's go to the A side in my Panzer II, which is exactly the same. It's literally without the skin. That's the only differences you need to know. Don't really want to drop hardy if I can avoid it. That was a good little run on that side. So let's see if we can make this even better. I don't know if the steward's still at large. He is. Hang on, buddy. I'm turning around here. Oh no, that's a bomb I can hear. Jesus. SB2M just bombed some of our team. That's okay. I'm so dead. There goes my turret driver. It's one of them Japanese trucks. So I'm going to drop some artillery to get rid of him. I can't move the turret, so I can't help him against the M24. Shit. Shit. Shit.
Most of the zones are taken by the enemy.
I can't even shoot him. What the fuck? Right. That truck is going to cause all sorts of problems. Yeah, 152mm high explosive artillery doesn't even wound the crew on a truck. I have a feeling he's going to attempt to flank now. There.
Attack the A point.
Thought I could shoot the loader in the head, but clearly not. The truck is on the move.
Thank you very much.
Go on, sod off. Little truck thing. Alright, are we clear? I don't think so. Let's make our way towards the A point. I'm going to turn my turret to the back. Something over to the left. This has been quite an intense match so far. Well, we've done well. Okay, we're capping the point. Good. Yeah, I think we're good. Should I grab a spare crew member? Probably not. Nope, that's a Chiha. Good night. Right, let's get behind this destroyed Panther here and get ourselves a new crew member. least I've got one part of my tank covered. And I can... well, I can't shoot over it, but that's fine. Okay. Are they on the C point? Let's get spare crew member. Something just fired over there. I don't know what he's shooting at. I don't have visual. What you found, mate? Ah, there you are. It's a T... what the hell is that? What's can't me? At first I was like, is that a T-28? But then I thought, that's too small, and that gun on the top looked Japanese. And I was right to think that. So we're doing quite well so far. Problem is, our team just isn't holding down the caps too well. Too slow, son. Too slow. Oh, sorry if I'm sniffling quite a bit. At the minute I've had quite a bit of a cold, so I apologise for that. And I might be about to sneeze as well. Where the fuck is he in there? Oh, he's there. Ugh, using the bushes, I don't blame him. But that pretty much solidifies the Panzer II. Still a good tank.